One of the things that I've really learned as of late is you've you have got to be able, as a man, you've got to be able to make a decision. And I want to explain a little bit about maybe an example for people that are watching, my friends. I want to explain a little story of mine. So, what's really familiar with a lot of us is I'm finding whenever you hesitate to make a decision, whether it be at your job, at your house, with your relationship, with your friendships, you end up making more of a mistake in driving a nail into a board you're not able to repair. So one of the key things that I've been really just believing, rewriting in my head over and over is make a decision. If it's the wrong one, you get to find out. You get the blessing to find out it's the wrong decision. Because guess what? If somebody gave you the answers, you would be robbed of the opportunity of learning how not to do something. Does that make sense? So, for me, it's more important to fail. And I would rather choose to fail as fast as possible, because that's as fast as I'm going to learn. I don't really learn too much about through success. I get inspired. I know what the bar is set at. I know where I want to be, but I don't know how to get there. Not without trial and error. And what we find is through trial and error at our jobs, we do it every day to be a good employee, to get a raise. It's about the mindset that you're switching to, because you're thinking this is going to be your career. And if it's not, then you're leaping from it, right? You might be leaping from job to job. You might not know what you want. That's fine. That is completely good. There comes a time where you figure out that you may have a dream of yours that you want to live out, or some sort of burning passion of yours, because it starts out as a hobby. And the more you nurture that, you will figure out how to take time away from your job and put it into your hobby. You find ways to prioritize that. And what I mean is, you don't know right off the bat that you're doing it, but you're enjoying doing it, and it doesn't feel like a sacrifice. Because if it did feel like a sacrifice, you've already lost. And what I mean is, you cannot feel like your passion is a sacrifice. Those two things do not correlate. You will never see your passion as a sacrifice, because it's something that you love doing. Yes, you do have to do hard things and forfeit other things to give up, right? But there's a point that I'm trying to make here. You would do anything for your job because it pays you. Almost anything, anyway. You would go through the fire. You would go and do the trials and tribulations on your own accord in your own life, for your friends and family, for your job, for the things that you own, to afford them. If everything is just okay, then why aren't you performing to that same level for your hobby? Because what if you absolutely just said, I can do it? A lot of people are saying, what if? A lot of people are saying, I can't do it because. But not a whole lot of people are going to tell you, do it. Do it. Find out if you can't make it. What is stopping you from grabbing that energy and running with it, man? I'll say this. Because it's not paying you immediately, And instant gratification is all our society lives on, man. The caffeine, all of that. You you wake up, immediately you know you have to be at work if you have typical work, a typical job, and a typical sleep schedule. And that 9 to 5 is like etching at the back of your mind on Monday, or whatever the start of your week is. Maybe it's even college. Maybe it's even school. But you made the choice to go and do that. There is no, I have to go to school. Even if your parents tell you to, okay? Which, by my accord, I lived out that, okay? So all I'm going to say is there a voice in your mind telling you, why aren't you trying the trials and tribulations for your own life? If you're not happy, what is changing? Anyways, guys, I'm at the golf course right now. I don't golf. It's just a nice place to sit, soak up the scenery. I apologize about the headliner. That's not really a priority. I'm really focused on other things right now, such as my screen printing business. So, I told you guys that I would be real with you. I sat there and posted, my pictures without a mustache. I don't have many of them anymore. But I'm doing exactly what I said I was going to do. I started my screen printing business, okay? And as much as it's not like advertised or anything, I'm doing it. I'm doing it, and I'm figuring it out the absolute hard way. You don't need anybody to tell you to go and try. All you need to do is absolutely put your foot down the same way you do when you go into work. Same thing. Put that energy into whatever you love. You never know what you might figure out. I love you guys. I hope you have a great week. And God bless.